Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001! Because between you and me, they're way past cool!
Before the video proper starts, I just wanted to do a quick little thing for Big Boss 1233 here. Since this isn't a full custom, I didn't really think that it would fit in its own video, so it's just a quick little thing here at the beginning. He wants to make his own Whisper the Wolf custom. So he just asked me to make the 3D printed parts that I made last time and send them over to him, and then he'll worry about making the custom. So, yeah, this plus the base figure. These are Jazzwares scaled, so I would recommend, one of the female Mega Construx figures, Dr. Halsey or Tila, Evil Lyn, one of those would work just fine. And, yeah, he can do it himself. He has the head, he has both versions of the head, the unmasked one and the one with the mask on the side. 2 ponytails for those heads, of course, the boots, the gloves, the tail, and a couple of little feet, because he also wants to make Jewel the Beetle, like from the IDW comic, and he just needed her little high-heeled shoes. So I just printed Blaze's feet the size of Charmy's feet, and hopefully that'll work out. That is what I plan on doing when I get to making Jewel eventually, but I'm not up to her just yet. If anyone's wondering if they want to get one thing, this is not a kit. This isn't like a model kit. He is going to have to do his own sanding, a little bit of his own sculpting, and his own drilling to make sure all the parts go together. But that's all for him to do. If you want to get one of these sets like this, you can get just the head for $5. I'll add the hands, feet, and tail for another $5, so that makes it $10. And you can get the alternate head for another $5. So ultimately, he's paying $15 for all these parts. The 2 Jewel the Beetle feet, they're just freebies, because he's a cool guy. Okay, so yeah, on to the actual subject of this video. Hello, my friends. This is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with a good old-fashioned custom video. This one is a commission for Prime Apocalypse, and it is Hyper Shadic. For those of you who don't know, way back in the Newgrounds days, when Sonic X was the new thing on TV, there was a pilot, a trailer that was released shortly before the anime, showing off what was going to come next. They ended up not using a lot of stuff from that treatment, and the anime went its own direction, but in the last moments of the trailer, we saw this image of what looked like a blue hedgehog, and it's kind of a super form except for the electric blue color, and he had kind of a sinister look on his face. It's been pretty well established that this was meant to be the anime form of Hypersonic, although they ended up not using it. And because the feet aren't really visible in the shot, people started to think that this was an entirely new character, because you couldn't see Sonic's shoes down there. So it got nicknamed Nazo, which is the Japanese word for mystery, and a Newgrounds animator named Chakra X decided to make a whole big animation, which has since been posted on YouTube and even remade in 3D. Essentially, the idea was that instead of being a new form of Supersonic or Hypersonic, Nazo was his own character. And in the animation, at the time, Dragon Ball GT was popular, and as we all know, Sonic takes heavy inspiration from Dragon Ball in a lot of things. So in this, we have Nazo was basically like Sin/Omega Shenron, the last of the evil dragons. So yeah, that's kind of the thing that they had going on. And towards the end of the show, Sonic and Shadow both unlocked hyper power and used chaos control to merge into a single entity, Hyper Shadic. Yes, that was the full introduction. So yeah, just look up Nazo Unleashed here on YouTube, and you should be able to watch the whole animation. The cool gimmick is that almost all the dialogue, except for Nazo's lines, are actually made from real voice clips from the actual Sonic games, so it actually does sound kind of authentic. Okay, so the base figure is mostly Supersonic and Super Shadow parts. Now, this is my last fully intact Supersonic figure. Although the ones that sent it to me obviously tried to customize it into a Fleetway Supersonic, and apparently used like red marker to color in the spirals in the eyes, which seems as smudged. I didn't want to have to bother removing all that, so I just used a spare Supersonic head I happen to have lying around. And fortunately, since this is the one with the bicep and knee swivels, the figure can be fully dismantled all the way like this. Of course, the important thing is the head. The head is where almost all the sculpting went in, just to make those 2 extra spines on each side of his head, to reflect both Sonic's upturned spines and Shadow's spines, which have the red stripes on them. And then, of course, he is white, because Hyper Shadic is a pure white hedgehog. The shoes are mostly just a repaint job, although I did do a little bit of resculpting around the sock cuffs. Like they have Sonic stripe, but still have a Shadow's little air thingy, and they have regular sock cuffs instead of Shadow's little ring thing that he has going on. The body also had some minor modification. I basically cut off the 2 back spines and reattached them upside down. I kind of like the idea in Chakra X's animation where, like, when Sonic and Shadow go hyper, aside from the color flashing, another physical difference is that the back spines also point upwards the same way the spines in their heads do. It's kind of like how when Goku goes Super Saiyan 2, his hair gets even spikier. That we're kind of going with that kind of thing. So I kind of like that, the way that happened. And, well, that's basically it. Once the figure is completely redone, everything is just put back together again. Unfortunately, there are some parts that, like, you have that unpaintable nylon plastic on the joints, so you got there's some visible yellow stripes in the joints. Not much I can do about that. But fortunately, because of Shadow's more square feet, the Hyper Shadic figure is able to stand quite well, so it can be used for all the posing and everything. This isn't the first time I've made Hyper Shadic, it isn't even the second time I've done it, but it has been quite a while, so it is pretty cool to revisit this, especially since it gives me a chance to point out Chakra X's, the remake, which was done in 3D, so you guys can check that out too. Again, it's all searchable here on YouTube, so it should be pretty easy for you to find. It's just Nazo Unleashed. I'm pretty sure if you put in the search term, you'll get both versions. Alright, so thank you all for watching. This is Wake Angel 2001, signing off.